Hello and welcome to Dark Souls, a deep dive into the dark. I'm Dustin and this is Lions Mock Gaming. Today, we're going to be rocking the Astora Straightsword plus 5, a Longbow plus 5, the Thurlin Talisman, and the Crest Shield, along with the Elite Knight Armor, Havel's Ring, and the Ring of the Evil Eye. Now, in between episodes, I did a bit of grinding. I needed to grab myself 10 Souvenirs of Reprisal and up to 10 Eyes of Death. Eyes of Death are the important one in this case, but I wanted to get the other one while I was at it. Additionally, we have a new vendor.
There you are. I was expecting you. As promised, I will share my sorceries.
And we're going to be purchasing some stuff from him. We can get some copies of the other spells that we have, but right now I'm more interested in the new spells that we can get, which are Homing Soul Mass and Soul Spear. And actually, I might have enough to buy all this. A little more, actually.
You have great
oh, shoot, sorry.
Don't go and die over nothing.
Let me see if I can get the dialogue to go again. I didn't mean to mash through it.
Hello. Heading out, are you? I too will leave soon. Undead or no, I shan't stay here forever. You have great potential. Don't go and die over nothing.
There we go. Let me think. Is there anything else I can purchase? I think I purchased all of your stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I...
Yeah, I have all your stuff. Oh, okay, I know. I'll meet you guys back at the top of the bell tower. And back at the bell tower, we're going to talk to
Greetings.
the partner again.
Just in time.
And we are going to purchase Karmic Justice.
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
And let's head back to Firelink. Now, back in Firelink, we can go over those spells we just got. We got Homing Soul Mass. Sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan. Fires Homing Soul Mass. Life originates in the soul. No wonder the soul mass is draws towards it. This sorcery is a window into the Seeker Logan's methods. And Soul Spear. Sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan. Fires piercing soul spear. A symbol of Logan's strength, the Soul Spear is referenced repeatedly in the legends, and is said to be on par with Lord Gwyn's lightning. It's a heck of a claim. But as you can see, it requires 36 intelligence to use, so it is rather strong. And then Karmic Justice. Miracle of the Black-Haired Witch Velka. Temporary auto counter versus heavy damage. For each sin, there's a punishment, and it is the task of the goddess Velka to define the sin, and mete out the punishment. So we are actually going to be switching out Homeward now for Karmic Justice. So we've got Heal and Karmic Justice as our miracles. And we're going to be headed to an area that we've overlooked for a while. Now, an important thing to point out is the Astora Straightsword has a divine auxiliary effect. What that means is that it will make enemies that would respawn normally, regenerate normally, not do so, like the skeletons, not here, but in the area we're going to, the Catacombs. So we're going to head through the graveyard real quick, take care of some skeletons. As far as what's droppable from these skeletons, this type of skeleton that I just killed is capable of dropping a falchion. This type of skeleton is capable of dropping the scimitar, and I believe they're also capable of dropping their shields. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and grab that shield. And there's a scimitar. And I will see you guys when that happens. Additionally, from the giant skeletons in here, you can get the Murakumo. The Murakumo is another curved greatsword. Giant curved sword forged using special methods in an eastern land. This unparalleled weapon cuts like a katana but is heavier than a nata machete. Requires extreme strength, dexterity, and stamina to wield. And you can see that it requires 28 strength to swing, along with 13 dex, but it scales with dexterity. It's a very unique weapon. And there we go, the red and white round shield. Round wooden shield crafted in Lordran featuring an impressive red and white design. The giant trees in Lordran are distinct offspring of the great stone arch trees. The shield inherits their properties, and the wood greatly reduces magic damage. Alright, and like I said, you're also capable of getting a falchion from the ones that don't have shields. Shields. But, as you can see, you can get scimitars pretty reliably. There's another shield. I should probably switch off of the covetous gold serpent ring. Oh no, I actually want to leave it on for a minute. But here's our new area. We're heading down to the Catacombs. And we are met by an explosion. So if an enemy is defeated by a normal attack in this area, such as that explosion, it's not a divine attack, or like this broadsword, come on, they will respawn. They'll regenerate. As you can see, just like that. But if you defeat them with a divine weapon, like the Astora Straight Sword, you get their souls and they are defeated. Let me switch this back to my bow now that I've shown that, before I get blown up. And we're gonna head further in. So using a divine weapon can make this area a lot easier, because you can progress through it slowly, otherwise you have to kind of rush. Heard somebody. Where you at? Here's a skeleton. Also, divine weapons deal slightly more damage than normal weapons to these guys, which is a nice bonus as well. But there's that. Take out those guys. We'll move further in. And if you hit them with a power attack, they tend to crumble, which makes them a lot easier to deal with. We find ourselves faced with a door. But if we walk down here, you can find our first necromancer. And these are the guys that are keeping the skeletons coming back. So now that I've killed that necromancer, there's also a bonfire here, the skeletons will not respawn after you defeat them, regardless of your weapon. I'll still be using the Astora Straight Sword, but here's our lever. We push that in. And it opens up this door. My damage just short of two-shotting these guys, which is somewhat frustrating. That's alright. You know what? We'll get one regardless, so I'm going to actually switch back to the Ring of the Evil Eye. Now, this is the kind of area where the Ring of Evil Eye can be very, very useful. Here's one of their go-to attacks, is to kind of dive at you. So we're just gonna take care of them. He needs to quit shooting at me. There's another necromancer over there. And he's gonna run. That's alright. We're just gonna take care of all of these guys. There's one with a falchion. You can kick away their parry stance and deal with them. Shooting at me again. So here's why we are carrying miracles. Partially because it fits the build, but also partially because healing is very nice in this area. You take a lot of damage that you couldn't really anticipate. We'll just go ahead and backstab him. Kick away his guard. Somebody else is coming after me. And you can still hit them when they fall apart like that. And over here, we have Lucerne. It's gonna be down. I have so many freaking scimitars from earlier. Halberd with a large, hard beak-like protrusion inflicts thrust damage. Instead of thrusting like a spear, the wielder of the Lucerne aims to club the head with its hard beak. So Lucerne's a halberd that does solely pierce damage, but in swings instead of stabs. It's pretty good. It's a fan favorite as far as I'm aware for halberd players. Fight our way back here. Don't really get much. The Catacombs is very strange and twisting. There's an archer there. The archer skeletons have significantly less health. And over here, you can get a large soul of a nameless soldier. And looking down right here, this is the entrance we just came through. Like the area we just came through. That's why we were getting shot at. And here's the rest of the other view of the area. So it's very overlapping. Here we have a spiked bridge in front of us. And a bunch of these explodey skulls. Here we go. Now I'll get a chance to show this off. If you watch my health bar as this skeleton dies, the Ring of the Evil Eye heals me. We're going to go ahead and just take care of these guys real quick. And you notice that having poise in this area is also very nice because you can just poise through these skeletons' attacks. They don't do a ton of damage. You poise through them and take them out and then deal with them later. We have a lever right there, but we also have a item over here. Soul of a Proud Knight. So we'll walk over, we'll hit the lever, and if you walk across from us, the bridge rotates. And it's now walkable. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, I'm dead. I'll be right back. Tried to take care of one and got comboed. Alright, we are back. So, running across again. We're just going to kill this necromancer. And then get ready for his skeleton friends. There we go. So, first off, we're going to heal. Now, as we walk into this room, you know there's some graves. But on the one side, it's slightly lower. If you drop down here, find yourself in this room. But ahead of us are a couple of Titanite lizards. And if you're quick enough, you can get them. However, one despawned. So if we walk over here and quit load, which I'll just show because my computer's actually pretty quick. You can see, maybe, that they respawn. And there you go. Oh, and I got two white Titanite chunks. Did I already have some of them? Yeah, I did. Okay. Ooh. Alright. And as you can see, those statues actually try to stab you. The tell for them, it's hard to see. But you can see that there's a mask up top and a mask on the bottom. The mask up top is the mask of the mother, and the bottom one is the mask of the child. And the mask of the child is the statue that will stab you. See how this one doesn't have that mask? This is actually a Mask of the Father statue, and this one will not attack you. It's honestly best just to be safe. They're all over the place here. But as you climb up this ladder, come to another room with yet another grave to drop through. And that leads you back out here with your skeleton friends. So we're going to go ahead and work our way across. Alright. So one thing to note about the catacombs is it's very vertical. Like, you can see the next areas you're going to be in. For example, that is actually the entrance. That path right there is the entrance. So we've basically done a big loop to get onto this side. And that's where we're going to be later. So it is very, very possible, and I will show it later, to skip a majority of this area if you aren't interested in the things inside. Skeleton right here. Now, note, this is a Mask of the Mother, so if you're very careful, you can grab the item without getting stabbed. We have another closed door ahead of us. Taking some wide swinging attacks, you can take care of them. And find another room full of skeletons. There we go. And in the corner, another soul of a proud knight. There are a lot of souls in this area. Alright, so here's the closed door, and there's a staircase over here. With some skeletons. And if I'm not careful, I'm gonna die. But heading down here, we have another necromancer. There's an item up there. That's something to keep in mind. And the staircase seems to lead to nothing. So coming back, you can push in this lever. And that opens up the door. Right here. So you can walk out from this door. You can see the spiked bridge ahead of us, and you can see this little area you can drop down to. So you walk off. You can land down here. Grab that item we saw earlier. It's the Great Scythe. Weapon with a long curved blade, converted from a wheat harvesting tool. The magnificent, sharp, curved blade instills fear in its opponents. Perhaps it is their survival instinct at work. And it is a bleed weapon, and this is the Great Scythe. Often regarded as the best dex weapon in the game for damage. It's ridiculous. It's a very, very strong weapon. And back in here, you have another grave to drop through. Maybe. There we go. You end up all the way down here. And we could continue further from here. But I actually do not want to. I actually may have just messed up a bit. Might have to do a little bit of roundabout backtracking. Got to heal. That skeleton's gonna get back up. Because I didn't kill him. There we go. Oh, bastard. Alright, fine. Fall off. That's fine. Whatever. So if we walk back... we find ourselves back here. if we walk up the stairs, walk out the door, we're now on the other side of this spike bridge, and the lever's over there. That's bad. Luckily, there's a path out, because that's our only way out right now. It's our only way up. However, if we hit this wall, you'll see that there's treasure listed. If you walk out, you'll see that you're being targeted by some archers. So drop down, kill them. Drop down, kill some skeletons. Still getting shot at from one of these guys. It's this one over here. There's a ladder over here. And if you climb up, you can take care of him. And proceed back down to the other side. Where you can get back up from here if you need to. You just walk over here and roll off. So that'll get you back up here if you need to get out that way. But if you just walk off and head straight forward, find yourselves in a very long hallway with an opening here. However, you also can find a giant skeleton. So dispatch him. You can look up from here, see a hole in the wall, and a great tomb. And in here, the Dark Moon Seance Ring. This ring is granted to adherents of Gwyndolin, Dark Moon deity and the lastborn son of Gwyn. The lastborn of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. Grants additional magic attunement slots. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. Interesting, Gwyndolin. We haven't heard of him yet. But if you head out this way, through the cracked wall, proceed all the way up to here with a necromancer. You can take care of him. And from the necromancer, we got a skull lantern. Skull lantern of the Catacombs necromancer. Droops from his long beard locks. This lantern lights the Tomb of the Giants, Nito's light-devouring domain of death. Also serves as a fire-damage strike weapon. And below us, you can see the area that we just walked in through. But if you travel even further up this ladder, you find yourselves in a room with some statues that are going to try to stab you. Get the Miracle Tranquil Walk of Peace as soon as we find it. I have so many spells. Outland Miracle, 4 into the Way of the White. Slows all walking within the area's effect, or the effect area. This miracle is normally used to flee, as it slows walking but does not affect attacks, but nevertheless defines peace perfectly. And if you walk over here, drop down, you find yourselves all the way back at the top of the catacombs, towards the exit. Very much able to leave. So if you ever find yourself stuck on the other end of that bridge for whatever reason, which I have done before, that is your way out. But I'm going to head back to where we fell in, and I'll show you that this place is actually very much so run-throughable. If you just time your running properly. I mean, it's not going to show as much here. But we head back into this room, and this is where we open up this door. And originally we would walked off and dropped down, but instead we're going to walk over here And we see the spiked bridge in front of us. Again, all these statues will try to stab you. But this wall, again, glistens. And if you hit it, it reveals a hidden room. Following it back, you find a bonfire. Hidden behind the waterfall. From this bonfire, you can head back out. And if you climb up here, wait a minute. There should be someone here. Maybe not if you do Anor Londo first. I usually do this stuff before Anor Londo, so that might be it. Might be it. Okay. Thoroughly confused. But if you push this lever, it switches the bridge for you. Now, if the NPC is here for you and you're doing this before, like whenever he's around, he's going to ask you if you're a cleric. Tell him no. It's very important. If you were to walk on the bridge, he will kill you. He'll just turn the bridge on you as you're walking across it. It's just something he does. But if, since he's not here, he's not going to do that for me. But that bridge will lead you right to where we were. However, there's another thing we want to look at. If you walk back out into this room, kill the Skellymans, and you head down here, you can walk to the edge of this, and if you walk very carefully, you can land right here, grab yourself a green Titanite shard, and then drop down below on top of a Skellyman and fall through the hole.
Be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
And in the remastered edition, you'll find another bonfire. So we'll take a seat real quick. And if you walk forward over here.
Why, you have an ember, do you? Ah, forget about it. I don't deal with that kind. What has gone wrong with embers these days?
And we find Vamos, who is a blacksmith. And he...
Well, what was that about? Don't be coming around here without a good reason.
And he deals with fire and chaos augmentations.
Needs to then produce me some wares.
Additionally, he sells regular Titanite shards and homeward bones, along with some arrows, basic stuff.
Well, what was that about?
And his audio is very strange. But if you walk out from here, find yourselves faced with more bone wheel skeletons. Everybody's favorite enemy. And if you're just very patient, you can manage to kill them all. They are very much so a nuisance, though. There's a lot of them down here. Not a fan of these enemies. But I'm gonna go ahead and clear them out. Should be a few more. Maybe not, though. There's a Black Knight. Okay, you aren't supposed to be down here, sir. He's got a great axe. Truly do not know why he's down here. He's supposed to be up there, but he must have seen me. But you can kill him. He normally sits right up there, which is where we were going next, but he decided he wanted to play. And we can follow this bone wheel skeleton to find another hole in the wall. Get wrecked by that bone wheel skeleton. Jesus. Get hit by fireballs. There, as you saw, there was a necromancer and 2 archers around this corner. Get headshot, of course. Heal again. Try to heal through this bone wheel skeleton. Jesus. Here they are. Y'all done? Crap. I just want to kill these skeletons. God. There's another necromancer. Christ, use up all my Estus. You can travel up this ladder. Walk out and find 2 more skeletons. Quickly dispatch them. Climb up this ladder. I'm doing this area all backwards because I fell. You can get a large soul of a nameless soldier. Walk out here. And back this way. You're gonna head back to here. If I remember properly. This way. Gotta wait for this guy to respawn. There we go. Oh, he didn't die. Cool. That works. Kill off all the skelly-mans. They're everywhere. To my knowledge, it's not it is not possible to hit those skulls. They just explode. They're not really an enemy, they're more of a hazard. And you'll find yourself back in this room. Across from the bridge. Right next to where we dropped down. So, now that I've backtracked all the way there, I can head back this way. Show you what's on the other end. So here's where we just came up. So you travel even further straight. I guess I should really use this. Karmic Justice, we're going to go ahead and put that on. And you find a Titanite demon. And you just slowly take care of him. I don't like fighting him this small of an area, but I'm kind of stuck with it. Now heal. I'm trapped. Just gotta stay in his face. Ow. It's gonna jump. We're gonna back off. We're gonna heal. Hopefully he doesn't jump, because this animation's really long. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Well, now that we're here, I can show you the shortcut down here. Because since I'm already all the way down here, this is actually a warpable bonfire. So we're going to warp back to Firelink Shrine. And from here, what you do... actually, I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys at the first Catacombs bonfire. The one that you found with the first pyromancer. Or necromancer. Alright, so from the first Catacombs bonfire, you can run straight out from here. Make your way across. Kill the skeletons. You can drop down from here onto this bridge, and then go from this bridge, drop down to here, heal up, and we're back. So now, we're gonna go back in, we're gonna try this again. This time with more Estus. A little more, but more. Wow, I'm getting clipped a lot. Got clipped again. But, you just fight this guy like normal. Oh my god, I'll be right back. Alright, now that I'm back, I'm gonna get cheesed immediately. Just gonna heal up. Hit him a few times. Try to get him to stop jumping around so much. And we're just gonna fight him slowly. If you don't get behind him in his back corner, he tends not to jump away. Or do the jump attack, he'll just jump away. And if I'm careful, we should be able to get this. There we go. Down goes another Titanite demon. Get his demon Titanite. And back in this corner, you get 3 Eyes of Death. Now, those are important. Because this coffin gives you the option to nestle in it. So we're going to do that. And if we wait, and wait, and wait, and keep waiting. Just keep waiting. Soon enough, There it is. Soon enough, you'll get this cutscene. We find ourselves in the middle of the Tomb of the Giants. With a massive grave in front of us. Massive coffin. This is the sarcophagus of Nito. We can enter his covenant. And for joining his covenant, we get the Gravelord Sword and the Miracle Gravelord Sword Dance. And we can offer Eyes of Death to him. If we offer him 10, we get the Miracle Gravelord Great Sword Dance. So the Gravelord Sword is a curved greatsword, and it deals toxic damage, and it has an incredibly high physical damage off the bat of 265, with only 24 strength requirement. Sword wielded only by servants of the Great Lord Nito, the first of the dead. Crafted from the bones of the fallen, the miasma of death exudes from the sword, a veritable toxin to any living being. Additionally, we were given the Gravelord Sword Dance, miracle known only by the servants of the first dead, Gravelord Nito. Giant Gravelord swords jut out in vicinity. Nito sleeps deep within the Tomb of the Giants, quietly overseeing all death, and waiting for his servants to usher in the Eye of Death. Miracle known only by the servants of the first dead, Gravelord Nito. Giant Gravelord swords jut out in vicinity. Many have died, and many eyes were claimed to realize the Great Sword Dance, a Gravelord ritual known only by his closest servants. And there are no requirements to wield these. And they both have a ton of uses. And that's all we can do while we're here. So we're just going to head back to our coffin. Hop inside. And we find ourselves back in the Catacombs. So now, if we head down, kill off these skeletons, wait for the other one to figure out that I'm down here. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Dumb bastard. And drop down here. This is where that Black Knight was supposed to be. And you get a Soul of a Proud Knight from him. And this drops you down further into the area. However, there's another thing I want to show off. I've got to go the long way, don't I? Allow me to deal with these guys. I'm gonna die. Need to heal. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and cast Karmic Justice so we have it up, because these guys tend to hit a lot, and it's based on number of hits. I'm gonna kill off all these bone wheels. Oh, just come back. Go away, Explodey Skull. I want to show off how Karmic Justice works, but it's not happening. I don't really have the health to spare at the moment. But if we head this way, kill off the archers, and head back up, we want to go back where we were when we were able to drop down, because you can drop down even further from there, actually. You can skip the entirety of the catacombs if you so choose to do so. And go straight to the boss fight. So if we go from here... Additionally, there's a few items I want to grab from doing this, so... It's a good thing to show off. If you walk out from here... And roll off right here. You land right here. Snag yourself a large soul of the Nameless Soldier. And then right below us... If I can just tap off... There we go. You can get the priest equipment. So we get the mace, iron hammer with a protrusive pommel, standard weapon for clerics. This simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes and can break the guard of a shield. However, one miss leaves one wide open. And then we also got the priest equipment. I guess I should go here, it'll be quicker. Distinctive hat worn only by the Way of White priests in Thorland. It is simply meant to show their position within the hierarchy. It holds almost no meaning in the land of Lordran. Robe donned by men of the cloth. Though plain to the eye, its hardy fabric repels rain and keeps the body warm. Those dissatisfied with the church's teaching must test their faith by going on a spiritual journey. Such is the ritual self-purification of the Way of White. Thick, sturdy gloves made for travelers on extended journeys. And then the same description for the trousers. Now that we're here, we're going to heal up. And we're going to walk forward. We find ourselves with a white light. We're going to go ahead and switch this ring for the Covetous ring. Two-hand our weapon. And drop in. We find ourselves faced with Pinwheel. Now he'll create clones of himself, but it's imperative that you just target the original. It's all it's really required. He is very easy, though. As you can see. We get the Rite of Kindling. And we get the Mask of the Father, along with Humanity and Homeward Bone. There it is. One of the 3 masks of the Pinwheel, the necromancer who stole the power of the Gravelord and reigns over the Catacombs. This mask, belonging to the Valiant Father, slightly raises equipment load. This is one of the 3 masks. Each one has a unique buff. This one gives you a 5% buff to your equip load. Additionally, we also got the Rite of Kindling. This secret rite allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling, so that even more Estus can be collected. The kindling was the sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process, in the same manner that they restore their hollowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans had found little use for humanity until they turned undead. So after a rather anticlimactic boss fight, because Pinwheel is arguably the easiest boss in the game, you can head out here. This area. This dark area. Is the Tomb of the Giants. However, that's not where we're headed. There's an item up there. There's a shortcut ahead. Okay. Following that advice. If we walk forward, find a Soul of the Proud Knight, and we're able to drop down, and we're back on the path. And from here, we can head back over and take a rest with our friend Vamos. We're going to go ahead and level up. I'm just going to put a point in... Oh, that's upsetting. Hold on. Where are we at? I know I got plenty of souls. I actually don't know if that's enough. Let's go ahead and use both of these. And we're actually going to put 2 points into attunement. Oh my gosh, I'm still short. Unbelievable. Two points into attunement to get ourselves a third attunement slot. But with that, that's going to be it for this time, guys. That was the Catacombs. And next time, we'll be taking on the Tomb of the Giants. So until then, don't you dare go hollow.